Hey, it's that time of week and here's your weekly Cyber Snapshot. This week, a critical flaw is already being used to launch ransomware, a self-spreading worm reaches Microsoft's own code, and more. Let's get into it. First up, a critical flaw in Check Point's firewalls and VPNs. The vulnerability lets an attacker bypass authentication and connect straight to the VPN without a valid password, and it affects systems still using an older protocol called Internet Key Exchange. It's already been exploited, with one case tied to the Quillen ransomware gang, and CISA has given US federal agencies just 3 days to patch. Check Point also believe the same attacker is going after similar VPN flaws from Palo Alto, Fortinet, and F5. The hotfix is out now, so if you run Check Point Remote Access, apply it as a priority and check your logs because the attack traces back to early May. Next, a trend that we are seeing. Attackers are abusing the remote control tools that IT teams use to access and fix computers from a distance. Because this software is legitimate and trusted, its use doesn't look like an attack. Microsoft, Red Canary, and Zscaler have all reported criminals tricking people into installing it, often through a fake browser update that's really remote control software in disguise. Once it's on, the attacker has the same access your IT support will. So decide which remote control tools your business actually uses and treat anything else that turns up on a machine as an intruder. And if you're an MSP, secure your own remote access console first, because it's effectively the master key to every client you manage. And then there's the risk in the code itself, a worm called miasma that spreads on its own. By way of background, NPM is one of the vast public collections of free, reusable code that most modern software is built on. Rather than writing everything from scratch, developers pull in these shared components, which means a single tampered component can end up inside thousands of applications. Miasma has been compromising those components, and unusually, it spreads without any human involvement. It reached Microsoft and GitHub, where developers store and share their code. Microsoft had to take 73 of its own projects offline in under 2 minutes. And what makes this stand out is the trigger. When a developer opened a compromised project in their AI coding system, hidden code stole their login credentials and access keys, then used them to infect the next project, and the next, and the next. Now to your web browser. Google has released an emergency update for Chrome to fix a flaw that attackers are already exploiting. And remarkably, it's the 5th time this year. Simply visiting a malicious web page could be enough for an attacker to run code on your device. The fix is already available, but it only takes effect once you restart the browser. So turn on automatic updates, then fully close and reopen Chrome today. 5 emergency fixes in 6 months tells you how much the browser has become a target. So keeping it current really matters. And finally, a sign of where the next wave of risk is coming from. As companies plug artificial intelligence into their apps, they increasingly rely on connecting software that sits between their systems and the AI models, routing requests back and forth. These tools, known as AI gateways, are being adopted fast. One widely used one, called Light LLM, had a flaw that let attackers bypass its authentication entirely and run their own commands on the systems behind it. It's serious enough that the US government has added it to its urgent must-fix list. Every AI tool you bolt on is also a new way in. So keep it patched and know exactly where AI is wired into your business. And that's all for this week. Follow us for next week's Cyber Snapshot.